Behind me is a plant I have talked about a few times, and I still think it is worthy of much more adoption in landscapes, both by the commercial industry and also by home gardeners. But why? Well, it's tough. It's low maintenance. It doesn't require too much TLC. You can plant it, walk away, come back, and it's still growing and it's still thriving. You can leave it alone like I have for a few years, not water it, not fertilize it, and it still grows really well. It is this particular one, Schefflera Madame de Smet, and it's one of the dwarf umbrella plants. Now, don't confuse this with the tall umbrella tree, which is native to Queensland and regarded as a weed in southeast Queensland and down south, although it makes a beautiful indoor plant. This one is not native to Australia. It also makes a beautiful indoor plant, whether you go for the plain green or the variegated forms. And on that point, there are a number of variegated dwarf Scheffleras that are on the market, and each of them are worth tracking down if you are a collector. Now, Schefflera is a very large group of plants. They have had a couple of name changes. They were Aralia. I can't remember the exact name they've got now, but I'll put that on the screen if it's had yet another name change. I know it did about 8 years ago, but I will do the research and find out that information for you. Now, Madame de Smet has this wonderful variegation to it. Sometimes when you use your camera, it looks green and white. Sometimes it looks green and yellow. And it's usually the reflection of the light that can really impact on how white or yellow it actually looks. But I've noticed if you grow it in full sun, it looks yellowy, more yellow. And I think it looks its best when it's grown in full sun in the harsher conditions. It does love the tropics. It does love the subtropics, and hence perfectly suited to a tropical style garden. You can clip it, prune it, and keep it under control, which means it's going to be bushier with many, many more leaves, and those beautiful umbrella-like leaves will definitely pop up. Now, when I was in China and over in Singapore, they actually cut the very tip, new growth. So there's only about 3 to 5 leaves on it, and that's what they put in the bowls for the tables. It's a very cheap, easy form of table decoration if you want to think about that as a floral decoration as well as a garden plant. Now, this plant will be available in most garden centres. It will be available at gardening events. The Schefflera group of plants are definitely worth considering if you want a low maintenance plant. Now, the plain green will flower and set seed, and I have to say it can be a little bit weedy, which is why most nurseries will not touch it. But this is different. Now, I've had this in the ground for well over 10 years. It's never flowered, which means it's never produced fruit, and I don't know why. It could be environmental or it could be genetic. But I personally have never seen the variegated form of this plant flower in any situation. But if you have, I'd love to hear from you. I'd like to find out, was it being stressed? Was it under a certain climatic condition that actually helped it flower? Because that additional information we can share through videos like this. But I do hope this plant inspires you to think of growing something that's variegated, that's tough, that's hardy, that's almost foolproof, almost impossible to kill. And I think is a really good addition to most gardens. Maybe not all gardens, but definitely most. And that's your tip for today with Paul Plant Horticulture.